Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Libra moons. How are you doing, Libra moons? It's so nice to see you. Welcome back. Or I guess if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I have a reading for you. So, as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. There we go. Calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself. Get relaxed, get comfy. Actually, the day I'm filming this is the full moon. Gemini full moon. So a lot of times when I film on a full moon, the energy's a little extra chaotic. Ooh, got a bonus card. So we'll see if that comes through. So far I'm not really feeling that, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and if you hear noises in the background, it's my cat Cheralyn. It's always her. She's just, I don't know, walking around, doing her little thing. Okay, there we go. All right, Libra moons, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Abundance with Sagittarius, which it is currently Sagittarius season. We're coming to the end of it. And the Water element. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have Queen of Wands, King of Swords reversed, Page of Cups. Is that? Oh, I just noticed there's a little paw print on their foot. Must be from that cat. The Lord of Shadows reversed, aka Death reversed. Five of Pentacles. And King of Athames, aka King of Swords. We've got him twice in this reading. And then we will flip this card over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. Okay, so for this reading, I think we're going to be talking about welcoming in abundance and how we go about that, right? Because we have, like I said, King of Swords reversed as well as King of Swords upright. And King of Swords, of course, can mean, can be referring to several things. He talks and teaches about several things. But the main thing I think of when I see him is, or the main question I usually ask when I see him is, what am I trying to control? Because a lot of times with him, especially when we have him reversed, it signifies that we're trying to control something that is out of our control. Because with that Swords energy, Swords is about, it's associated with the air element, and that's all about the mind, critical thinking, logical thinking, critical reasoning, all that kind of stuff. So when we have him upright, it signals putting all of that really concentrated, focused energy of that air element, the logical thinking, pointing that in a good direction. And what I mean by good direction is going in an efficient direction, a direction that makes sense, a direction that will give you the results you're looking for. And a lot of times with King of Swords reversed, he's putting his energy and his focus into a bad direction. And a lot of times what that ends up looking like is trying to control things you can't control, trying to control people, trying to make a situation happen that's just not going to happen, or trying to force it to happen a certain way when it's just not going to happen that way, which ultimately, even if there is some sort of short-term gain, in the long run, it's just a waste of time and a waste of energy. Because King of Swords is very smart. He's very intelligent. But he needs to have the wisdom to be able to use his intelligence in the way that will work the best. So all that being said, I think, talking about you now, Libra moons, I think there may be some part of your life that is lacking, with abundance and Pentacles energy. We're talking about like material things. So that could be like money or resources, but that could also be something like health. And I think because you're in this position now where you are lacking, because that's what Five of Pentacles represents, I think that might be putting you in, it almost feels like a cycle, actually. But let me try and think of an example to illustrate that. Let's say, for instance, and this is just an example to get my point across. I'm not saying this is what's happening. Obviously, this is a general reading. But let's say, for example, you are not doing very well with money right now, and you have bills to pay, and you don't really have the money to pay them. So you decide in this King of Swords reversed mindset that your path, the option you're going to do to get enough money, is to try and get money from other people. Try and, reach out to your friends and your loved ones and stuff for help paying your bills this month. And maybe at first it's, they're willing to help because they love you and they want to support you, but you keep doing it over time, right? With these short-term solutions that aren't actually getting you out of this place, right? It might help for the month, because you have your bills paid, but what about next month? Well, then you have to ask people again, right? And obviously the more that you ask people, the less likely they are willing to help you. So now you start trying to control something you can't control because you have it in your head. Okay, well, the way I pay my bills is by getting money from other people. So I need to figure out how to manipulate and how to, what can I say, what can I do to try and force them to give me money, right? Maybe what kind of sob story can I come up with? What kind of excuse can I have? What kind of lies can I come up with? That's very King of Swords reverse energy, right? And ultimately, the important part here too is that this like short-term solution is not ultimately helping you get out of this situation. It's kind of a diminishing returns situation, right? So, okay, I wanted to spend kind of a long time on that because now we can get into the better stuff, the more practical, what would be a better mindset for you to be in. And the answer, where do we have King of Swords upright, is this Page of Cups. Yes, I definitely think it would be really helpful for you to reassess and, you know, with that more logical King of Swords energy, be able to find a better option, a more long-term solution, right? Putting your intelligence in the right place, right? So that you can actually truly get out of this, or get the help that you need with this. I think that's one part, but we also have, like I said, Page of Cups, and that tells me that your solution is going to be somewhere where your heart feels full. With Page of Cups, Cups is associated with the water element, and that water element is about emotions and feelings and intuition in your inner world. Page of Cups is also very much associated with inner child, so that also might be part of this for some of you. But I think the solution that you need to find is going to be one that you are feeling also very emotionally tied to. It's going to be something that should fill you up with this excitement of like, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. Oh my God, I could totally see myself doing that. Oh my God, I feel like that would be exciting, or stuff like that. Something that like kind of gets you like heart fluttering. That's Page of Cups energy. Okay, before we get into this part, let's flip over this card. See what's going on here. Four of Pentacles. Okay. So I think something else that might be feeding into this cycle as well is the Four of Pentacles energy, which is essentially is a fear of losing what you have built up so much. So that I think is referring to what we have here, the Queen of Wands with Death reversed. When we have Death reversed, death is a symbol for transformation, of rebirth. And when it's reversed, that tells me that there's some sort of blockage, some transformation that needs to happen, or, you know, some big change like that, something like that needs to happen, but is not. And I'm guessing that maybe what you have invested in this situation here, whatever that is specifically for you, you're very scared of losing what you already have, right? Because you already feel like you don't have a lot of it. You already don't have a lot of whatever resource it is for you. So you're scared that if you make this big change, that could be a big risk and you could end up losing it, right? The thing with Four of Pentacles to keep in mind is when it comes up, it means it's likely that you are being a little bit paranoid. I think what Four of Pentacles is trying to tell you in this reading is that it's possible, I'm assuming given the cards that we have here, that you'll probably have to give up something in order to get out of this cycle and go towards the Page of Cups, the creativity of the Queen of Wands, right? And it will be a little bit scary, right? Maybe it's something you've been dreading, and that's why you've been kind of stuck in this cycle here. But ultimately, it's what you have to do in order to let this transformation take place, right? And again, I have talked so much about King of Swords in this reading because he's what's like really coming through right now, clearly. It's a risk, but I very much believe that this is a risk that will ultimately pay off for you. I think it's pretty clear this reading is, I like to make that distinction between like, oh, this is what the reading is kind of inviting you to do and what you might want to consider. But I think this one, I can pretty confidently say that the reading is really encouraging you to make that leap of faith. Might be a leap of faith for some of you. But again, that's how we get, number one, what it is that you want, and number two, how we have that be a sustainable long-term solution, which I assume is what would be ideal for you, right? So, okay, this was a very dense reading, but I think I got everything I could out of it, so I'm going to leave it there. That being said, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reverse meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. I think you already know what I'm going to say. If I could recommend you take a look at one over there, it would be King of Swords. Absolutely. Even though I have explained a lot, but there's so much to say about all the cards, you know? I'm sure there's more information over there. Along with Page of Cups, Queen of Wands as well, but I'm really feeling this Page of Cups. I think that's a good intuitive feeling for you to follow, so that you know that this is the right thing for you to do and exactly how you want to go about it. I feel like that'll be very Page of Cups energy. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Libra moons, I am wishing you so much strength, and I'm also wishing you a lot of abundance with whatever this is for you. And I'm wishing you so much luck, lots of good luck with this as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!